always the same. I tell myself I'm alright, but the lights go out, and so does my strength. I get through the day just fine, keep my heart distracted. I laugh at things I don't feel, pretend I'm not affected. But when the city falls asleep and the room turns still, that's when every memory hits me against my will. I don't dream about forever now, I just dream about your face. And waking up without you feels like losing you again. I keep losing you every night, in ways I can't defend. I let you go in the daylight and fall apart again. I keep losing you every night, when I'm too tired to pretend. I survive you in the morning, but midnight wins again. I scroll through moments we once lived, like they still belong to me. Every smile feels borrowed now from who we used to be. I hear your voice in my head, saying things you never said. But silence fills the space where your I love you used to live. They say time heals the heart, but nights don't let me forget. I'm learning and moving on, it's something I'm not good at yet. I keep losing you every night, when the walls close in. I fight the urge to call your name and lose that fight again. I keep losing you every night. Thoughts I cannot run, I swear I'm stronger in the daylight, but I'm weakest when it's done. Maybe one day I'll sleep in peace without replaying our goodbye. Maybe I won't reach for you in the dark, asking why. But tonight your absence still knows exactly where I break. I don't miss you constantly, just every night I'm away. I keep losing you every night, and it hurts just like before. Each sunset feels like a warning of what the darkness holds. I keep losing you every night, until the morning comes. I don't know when I'll stop missing you, but tonight I haven't won. The sun will rise, I'll try again to be the person I pretend. But until the light finds me, I'll keep losing you every night. The house feels bigger now, with fewer words inside. Every corner holds a memory that love already left behind. Your jacket's still behind the door, like you might come back someday. But the air feels different now, like love quietly moved away. We don't fight, we don't talk, we just exist in the same space. Two hearts sharing silence, wearing unfamiliar faces. I try to fix what wasn't broken, I try to hold what let me go. Somewhere between trying too hard, we lost the love we used to know. Love doesn't live here anymore, it packed its bags and We say good morning like a habit, not like we really care. Our words are careful and polite, like love was never there. I miss the way you looked at me, like I was something rare. Now your eyes just pass me by, like I'm not even there. I don't hate you for leaving, I don't blame you for the pain. I just wish we noticed sooner. Love doesn't die all at once, it fades. Love doesn't live here anymore. You can feel it in the air, in the way we stop trying, in the things we no longer share. Love doesn't live here anymore, and saying it out loud feels true. It hurts to face what we became when loving me stopped loving you. Maybe love needs more than staying, more than promises and time. Maybe we confuse surviving with being truly fine. I held on to what we were, you moved on inside your heart. We didn't end in anger, we ended by falling apart. Love doesn't live here anymore, and I finally understand. You can't force a feeling back by holding someone's hand. Love doesn't live here anymore, so I'll learn to walk away. Some homes are made of memories, not places meant to stay. I'll take what's left of us with me, the good, the bad, the scars, and leave this house in silence where love no longer is, but once was ours. But once was ours. They say I look okay, like nothing ever changed. If only they could hear the things I never say. I laugh a little louder now, so no one hears my heart. I've learned how to play the part of someone who's not falling apart. I answer I'm doing fine, like it's just another line. They don't see the cracks behind this smile I carefully designed. I don't wanna be a burden, I don't want the questions asked, so I hide behind this version of myself I know won't last. I smile so you don't see the pain, I joke so no one feels the truth. I act like I'm not breaking down just to make it easier on you. I smile so you don't see the pain, like it's something I outgrew. But every time you say my name, I remember everything we went through. I post pictures like I'm healing, like I finally moved on, but they don't show the empty nights where I wish you'd call my phone. I'm strong in front of everyone, but weak when I'm alone. I carry all this weight inside and never let it show. They think time has fixed me, they think love didn't stay. They don't see how every memory still hurts in quiet ways. I smile so you don't see the pain, I learned how to fake okay. I mastered looking happy while my heart 'cause explaining takes too long. It's easier to wear a grin than admit where I went wrong. Maybe one day I'll tell the truth, let the mask fall to the floor. But right now I'm still learning how to feel without hurting more. I don't want sympathy, I don't wanna be saved. I just want someone to notice I'm not okay. I'm just brave. Heart smiles so you don't see the pain, but it's getting hard to hide. This smile wasn't meant to last, it was meant to help me survive. I smile so you don't see the pain, until I learn to let it go. One day I'll smile because I'm healed, not because I'm good at putting on a show. So if you see me laughing, just know it's not the end. Some smiles are just quiet cries from someone trying to mend. The night it all felt quiet, I didn't feel the end. I just felt something missing, like I lost a part of me. I don't remember the last fight or the words that made you leave. I just remember holding on while you slipped away from me. It didn't end with screaming, it didn't end in tears. It ended in the small things that disappeared through the years. We stopped making new memories and lived inside the old. I didn't know the past could feel so cold. The last thing I remember is us laughing without a reason why. Before love learned how to hurt, before we learned how to lie. The last thing I remember is us before everything sleeping long ago, but I refused to see. I kept believing in us, even when you stopped believing in me. You started pulling away slowly, like you hoped I wouldn't notice. Your love became a question mark, mine became a promise. I made excuses for your distance, said you were just going through changes. While I was holding us together, you were already making your exit. I stayed through all the doubt, through nights that felt one-sided. I was fighting for forever, while you were undecided. I held on longer than you did when it was hurting me. I kept choosing us while you were choosing to leave. I held on longer than you did when love felt incomplete. I gave you all I had while you slowly let go of me. I ignored the signs you showed, the silence, the empty stares. You stopped saying I love you, like it wasn't yours to share. I kept lowering my standards, just to keep you close, calling it understanding when it was hurting me the most. I thought love meant endurance, staying even when it's hard. I didn't know loving you would mean breaking my own heart. I held on longer than you did through every lonely night. I fought for something real, you gave up without a fight. I held on longer than you did, and now I finally see holding on to someone shouldn't cost you who you used to be. Maybe you left a long time ago, just forgot to say goodbye. Maybe I was loving the memory, not the person by my side. I stayed because I believed love was worth the pain, but I learned too late, love shouldn't feel this way. I held on longer than you did, and that's what hurts the most. Not that you walked away, but that I stayed with false hope. I held on longer than you did, now I'm learning to release. Some loves don't end in hate, they end when only one heart beats. So this is me letting go of the fight I fought alone. I held on longer than you did, now I'm finally coming home. I practice my smile in the mirror like it's something I can learn. I tell myself I'm okay now, even though it still burns. I laugh a little louder than I should, so no one asks what's wrong. I say your name like it means nothing, like it didn't stay this long. I tell my friends I'm finally better, that I've moved on somehow, but every word feels like a lie. I keep I keep my heart distracted, just so it doesn't break too strong. I pretend I'm over you, like you never crossed my mind, like your love was just a moment I left somewhere behind. I pretend I'm over you, when the truth is I'm not. I smile like I've forgotten you, but my heart clearly hasn't.
I scroll past photos like they don't hurt, like they don't hold me back. I say I'm fine being on my own, like that's something I don't like.
I keep busy every evening just to fill the empty space, but the silence always finds me, and it still sounds like your name. They say time heals everything, but time just made it clear that losing you was easy compared to keeping you near. I pretend I'm over you when someone asks about us. I act like it was nothing, like it didn't mean this much. I pretend I'm over you, but every night proves I'm wrong. I lay awake with memories that have been holding on. If pretending makes it easier, then I'll do it every day. I'll wear this mask a little longer until the pain fades away.
But some nights I break in silence when there's no one else around,
Because pretending I'm over you is the hardest part right now. I pretend I'm over you, but my heart knows the truth. It still beats a little faster when I think about you. I pretend I'm over you, like I'm stronger than before, but loving you is real to me, and it still is even more. So if you see me smiling, just know it's not the end. I pretend I'm over you, but I'm still learning how to pretend. The room is quiet now, but my mind won't slow down. Your last word still hanging in the air. You said my name like it was over, like you'd practiced it before. No shaking hands, no breaking voice, just calm like nothing hurt anymore. You didn't cry, you didn't hesitate, you didn't look back even once. I stood there frozen in the silence, trying to understand when love was done. I smiled like I'd be fine, like I wasn't falling apart. But the moment you turned away, something shattered in my heart. I still hear your goodbye every time the night gets slow. It echoes in the quiet, like you never really go. I still hear your goodbye in every word I never said. It follows me through midnight, through every thought inside my head. I replay that moment over every tone, every breath, wondering if I missed a sign, or if this was just how it ends. You walked away so easily, like love was something light, while I stayed with all the memories, trying to survive another night. I keep thinking if I spoke, if I begged you just to stay, would your goodbye sound different, or would it still end this way? I don't blame you for leaving. I just wish I knew when the moment you stopped choosing me and started letting go instead. I still hear your good head in the songs we used to play. In the future we imagined that slowly faded away. I still hear your goodbye like it's written in my soul. You didn't take my heart with you, but you left it feeling cold. Now the night says your name in a voice I can't escape. You're gone, but your goodbye still hasn't gone away. I still hear it every day. Every day. Night is louder than it should be when nothing makes a sound. I turn off all the lights just to feel you around. The clock keeps ticking on the wall like it's counting all my thoughts. I try to focus on the moment, but my mind is always lost. I sit here with unanswered questions that you never stay to face. I thought silence would bring peace. I thought quiet meant I'd heal, but every moment without noise only shows me what I feel. Silence feels like you floating way too close. It sounds like all the words we never spoke. Silence feels like you in this empty room. I try to escape the quiet, but it always leads to you. I don't play music anymore. It reminds me too much of dancing in the living room under your careless touch. I leave the TV on at night just to fill the space, but every pause between the lines still carries your face. They say silence helps you think, helps you understand the truth, but all it does is show me how much I'm missing you. Silence feels like you. When I close my eyes, it's louder than the memories I try to leave behind. Silence feels like you. Every breath I take, I didn't know how much you were in everything I hate. Maybe one day I'll get used to it. The quiet won't feel this deep. until I learn how to let you go. Silence will always feel like you. The world kept moving forward, but I stayed behind. Right where you said I'll be back for the very last time. Everyone says I should move on, like it's something I forgot to do. They don't know I never left the place I last stood with you. I replay that final moment like it's frozen in my head. You walked away so easily. I stay with everything you said. You promised it wasn't the end, just some space, just some time. But I took your words seriously and made them mine. I'm still waiting where you left me, in the same old frame of mind. You moved on to a different life. I stayed frozen in that night. I'm still waiting where you left me, with your echoes in my chest. You found peace in letting go. I found pain in doing less. I tried meeting someone new, but they don't feel like home. They don't know the parts of me that only you have shown. I tell myself this isn't love, it's just a habit I can't break. But habits don't hurt like this every time I wait. I keep hoping you'll come back, just to prove I wasn't wrong. That waiting wasn't foolish, that I was strong all along. I'm still waiting where you left me, in the words you didn't mean. You said maybe someday, and I believe. I'm still waiting where you left me, while the seasons pass me by. I don't know when I stopped living and started learning how to hide. Maybe you never meant to stay. Maybe I heard what I needed to hear. I built a future out of promises that disappeared. I don't hate you for leaving, I just hate that I stayed loving someone who moved on while I slowly faded away. I'm still waiting where you left me, but I'm tired of this place. I don't wanna lose my life to a memory I can't replace. I'm still waiting where you left me, but tonight I choose to move. Not because I stopped loving you, but because I deserve it too. So this is me finally walking from where my heart once stayed. I'm not waiting anymore, I'm just learning how to be okay. It's quiet now, but your name still lives in this room. The lights are low, just like the truth we never said. We used to talk until the sunrise, making plans we couldn't keep. You said forever like it was easy, like love was something guaranteed. I held your hand like it was fragile, like one wrong move and it Felt you slipping through my fingers, but I didn't know what else to say. We were almost happy, almost in love, almost forever, but almost wasn't enough. We were almost something I could hold on to, almost everything I needed was you, but almost happy still means we lost.
We stopped asking the hard questions, started lying just to survive. I told myself that this was normal, that love was supposed to feel this tired.
You looked at me like you were leaving long before you actually did. I kept pretending not to notice, every moment slowly ending. I replay every little moment, trying to find where we went wrong. Maybe love needs more than patience, maybe hope can't last that long. We were almost happy, almost okay, almost believing we'd find a way. We were almost something worth fighting through, almost everything I knew was you, but almost happy still breaks me too. If I loved you a little harder, if you stayed a little longer, would we still be here tonight? If I spoke when I was scared, if you cared when I was hurting, would we still be trying? Maybe timing wasn't kind, maybe love just missed its cue. All I know is I was ready, and I was ready with you. We were almost happy, almost alive, almost a story that didn't have to die. We were almost something so real, so true, almost everything I felt was you, but almost happy isn't happy without you.
Now I sit with all these memories and the life we almost chose. We were almost happy, baby, and that's the part that hurts the most.
The room felt colder than before, even though you were right there. I didn't know it then, but something ended in the air. You sat beside me on the couch, but your mind was far away. Your laughter sounded different, like it was forced to stay. You scrolled through your phone in silence, avoiding my eyes. I felt a distance growing between your truth and mine. I asked if something was wrong. You said no, I'm just tired tonight. But your touch felt unfamiliar, and that's when I realized that was the night you stopped loving me. I felt it without a word. Your heart closed up so quietly, like
talked about the future like it was still ours to claim, but every plan sounded empty, like calling out your name. You kissed me on the forehead, not like you used to do. It felt like a gentle goodbye disguised as something true. I should have seen the warning signs in the way you pulled away, but I trusted every unfun and let you fade each day. There was a night you stopped loving me. Nothing broke, nothing fell, just a quiet shift in your eyes. I knew it too well, too well, too well. That was the night you stopped loving me, and I stayed the same, still loving you the way I did while you already changed. If love can disappear so softly, without a fight, without a sound, then how do you prepare your heart for when it's no longer found? I keep replaying every second, trying to rewrite that scene, but the truth is you were leaving long before that night with me. That was the night you stopped loving me, and I felt it in my bones. You were sitting right beside me, but I never felt so alone. That was the night you stopped loving me, and I lost you in plain sight. Still loving you in the darkness of that ordinary night. Now every quiet moment feels heavier than before, because I still remember the night you loved me no more. You packed your things so carefully, like you didn't want to wake the pain. Every move was slow and gentle, like love was already a shame. You looked at me one last time, but your eyes were somewhere else. I waited for a reason, you left me with nothing to tell myself. I thought you'd break the silence, I thought you'd make it clear, but you chose the kind of leaving that hurts the most to hear. You left without a sound, but somehow broke me loud. No goodbye, no explanation, just your absence all around. You left without a sound, no echo, no regret. Now the quiet keeps reminding me of everything you never said.
Your coffee cups still on the table, like you're coming back tonight. Your side of the bed is colder every single time I lie. I replay the smallest moments, searching for a warning sign, but you disappear so softly. I didn't know you were already mine to lose.
I would've fought the ending if I knew it was that day, but you slipped out through the silence and took my chance away. You left without a sound, no tears fell to the floor, just a quiet kind of heartbreak I never felt before. You every time I try to hear you laugh without a sound, but I heard it all inside. Every breath, every moment, you slowly say goodbye. You laugh without a sound, and now I understand. Sometimes the quiet ending is the hardest one to stand. Now the room hums with nothing but the echo of your place. You lived without a sound, my love, and silence learned your face. I didn't know what I had until you stopped reaching back. Some lessons come quietly, others come when it's too late. I thought there would be more time, more chances to get it right. I saved my words for later, never knowing later had an end. You waited through my silence, through my careless mistakes. I thought love was patient, I didn't see the cracks I made. I was so sure you'd always stay, like leaving wasn't an option. I learned the truth the hardest way when you stopped believing. I loved you too late when you were already gone. I found my voice in the silence after you moved on. I loved you too late when it didn't matter anymore. I knocked on a closed heart that I should have opened before.
I see now all the moments where I chose pride over us. I said later instead of now, like love was something I could post.
You asked me just to listen.
I heard but didn't stay. I thought you'd wait forever. I didn't know forever fades.
I replay every conversation, every chance I let slip by, wishing I could go back just to say what I denied. I loved you too late when your feelings were tired. I reached out with empty hands after you let go of the fire. I loved you too late, and now that's on me, because loving you sooner could have changed everything. If regret could turn back time, I'd run straight to you. I'd say the words I swallowed and prove they were true. Oh, but love doesn't wait forever, and hearts don't stay half open. I learned that truth too late from the moment you were broken. I loved you too late, and that's the part that hurts the most. I didn't lose you suddenly, I lost you when I chose to coast. I loved you too late, now I carry the blame. You walked away in silence while I learned how to say your name. If you ever wonder why I don't love same. It's because I learned to leave what love was trying to say. I found an old photo tonight, I'm smiling like nothing could change. I didn't miss you the way I thought I would. I missed us before the pain. We used to talk about forever, like it was something we could reach, laughing at the smallest things, back when love felt light and free. We didn't know about the silence, didn't know how distance grows. We thought love was just a feeling, not a choice you learn to hold. Somewhere along the way you stopped being honest and kind. We didn't fall apart all at once, we faded one night at a time. I miss who we used to be, before love got tight and slow, before every conversation felt heavy and hard to hold. I miss who we used to be, when your eyes still look like home. I don't miss how it ended, I miss us before we broke.
We started counting all the reasons why staying felt like a fight. We kept forgiving without healing, just to make it through the night. You stopped reaching for my hand, I stopped asking if you would. We were standing side by side, but forgot how to be understood.
I don't blame you for leaving, I don't blame myself for staying. I just wish we noticed sooner what love was quietly saying. I miss who we used to be, before the words ran out, before I'm fine became a lie. We learned to live without. I miss who we used to be, when love still felt brand new. I don't miss the person you are now, I miss the version of me with you. Maybe people aren't meant to stay the same forever, maybe love changes shape under pressure and weather. But sometimes late at night I wonder who we'd be today if we listened more closely before we drifted away. I miss who we used to be, not the fights, not the scars, just the way we felt invincible, thinking love would take us far. I miss who we used to be, before letting go felt real. Some loves don't end in heartbreak, they end in what you feel. So I keep the memories softly, not to hurt but to see that loving you once taught me who I was meant to be. And even though we're strangers now, that part will always stay. I miss who we used to be, in the quiet, honest way. The lights are low tonight, just me and the sound of the rain. An old song starts playing, and suddenly you're here again. The room feels bigger without you, every corner knows your name. I try to move on with the rhythm, but my heart still skips a beat in pain. Your jacket's hanging by the doorway, like you're coming back somehow. I tell myself it doesn't matter, but I feel you closer now. Every note pulls me deeper into something I can't forget. I close my eyes just for a second and I'm holding you again. I'm dancing with your memory in the middle of the night, spinning with what's left of us under broken city lights. I'm dancing with your memory like you're still holding me. I know you're gone, but here I am, pretending you never left me.
We used to move without the music, laughing when we missed a beat. Now every step feels unfamiliar, like I'm learning how to grieve.
I chase the air where you once stood, where your hands used to be. I swear for just a moment, it feels like you're dancing with me. I know this isn't healthy, I know I should let go, but your memory keeps pulling me somewhere my heart still goes. I'm dancing with your memory in this quiet empty space. Every turn brings me closer to the look upon your face. I'm dancing with your memory to a song we used to love. I fall apart in every silence when the music's not enough. If I stop moving, I'll feel it. If I stop, I might break down. So I keep swaying with the past, like it's the only thing around. Maybe healing isn't linear, maybe love doesn't fade away. Maybe this is how I survive you, one slow dance every day. I'm dancing with your memory, though I know you're not here, holding on to faded moments that still feel painfully clear. I'm dancing with your memory until my heart learns what to do. Every step I take alone still somehow leads to you. The song ends, silence returns, and I'm standing by myself, but your memory lingers softly like the last dance I never felt. So if you wonder where I've been when the nights get lonely and cold, I'm dancing with your memory, trying to learn how to let go. There was no final moment, no dramatic last embrace, just silence growing heavier between the words we couldn't say. We stopped asking how you feel, like the answer didn't matter. We learned how to change the subject so nothing else would shatter. Your I'm fine sounded practice, mine felt empty every time. We were already losing us, but still pretending we were fine. lost the fight. Love faded in the daylight long before the final night. We broke before we said goodbye, before the tears, before the pain. We ended in the quiet, not in words but in the space. We broke before we said goodbye, and that's the truth that hurts the most. There was nothing left to say by the time we finally let go.
We kept holding on to habits like they meant we still cared. Sleeping next to someone who felt emotionally elsewhere. I missed you while you were beside me. You stopped missing me at all. We were still together, but love had already stalled.
I don't blame you for leaving, I don't blame myself for staying. I just wish we noticed sooner what a silence was saying. We broke before we said goodbye, before we ever said it's over. We became memories too soon, before we found our closure. We broke before we said goodbye and walked away half-healed. Some endings don't come with words, just with how empty they feel.
If we had talked a little more, if we had tried a little harder, maybe love would have stayed alive instead of slowly falling farther.
But love isn't just about staying, it's about being seen. And we stopped seeing each other long before we stopped being we broke before we said goodbye, and now I finally see that losing you didn't happen at once. It happened quietly. We broke before we said goodbye, so I won't ask you to stay. Some goodbyes don't need words, they already happen along the way. So this is me letting go of what we couldn't save. We didn't end with a goodbye, we ended in the space where love used to stay. You don't have to say a word, I already know the truth. The quiet between us is louder than you. You used to fight for every moment, now you barely try. Your replies get shorter and your reasons multiply. I ask if something's wrong, you say you're just tired lately. But your silence tells a story you don't wanna say to me. I listen to what you're not saying, more than the words you choose. Sometimes silence is an answer we don't wanna hear, but no, it's true. Your silence says everything that your voice won't admit. It tells me you're already gone, even if you're still here with me. Your silence says everything, every doubt, every fear. I don't need a goodbye, your quiet made it clear. You stopped asking about my day, stop noticing my tears. You're here embodied now. been that way for years. I fill this space with conversation, hoping you break the wall. But the more I try to reach you, the less you say at all.
I don't need another excuse, I don't need another lie, I just need the honesty. Your silence already implies
Your silence says everything, that you don't love me the same. It screams in every quiet moment when you don't say my name. Your silence says everything, and I finally understand. Love doesn't disappear suddenly, it fades when no one stands. If you wanted to stay, you fight through the quiet. If you cared enough, you wouldn't hide it. I held on to every word you refused to give. I stayed too long and I love you already left. Your silence says everything, and I'm done pretending it's fine. I deserve more than empty space and unanswered time. Your silence says everything, so I listen and let go. Sometimes the loudest truth is what you never say at all. I won't wait for words that were never meant to come. Your silence already said goodbye, and I'm finally moving on. I heard your name today in a conversation I didn't start. They said you've been doing fine, and it hit me harder than I thought. I see your smile in pictures, like nothing ever broke, like love was just a chapter you easily outgrew and closed. They say you laugh a little louder, that your world feels light and new, and I stand here learning how to breathe in a life that's missing you. I told myself I'd be okay if you ever moved on. I just didn't know how much it hurt to see you proving me wrong. You're happy without me, and that's the part that breaks my heart. I hoped you'd miss me sometimes, at least a little from the start. You're happy without me, like I was easy to replace. I smile and say I'm glad for you, then cry in a different place. swish, moving on from me. Didn't feel like losing everything. I hope they hold you gently the way I try to do. I hope you never feel the ache of loving someone who still loves you. You're happy without me, and I'm learning how to cope. I'm letting go of what I wanted, even if I'm losing hope. You're happy without me, so I'll step out of the way. I'll carry what we used to be and quietly fade. Maybe someday I'll say your name, and it won't hurt the same. But tonight I sit with the truth. You're happy without me, and I'm still learning how to be. I didn't plan to think about you, but the night had other ideas. It's quiet in a way that makes everything louder. I was doing fine all day, keeping my heart occupied, and someone said your name out loud, and it caught me by surprise. It shouldn't hurt the way it does. It's just a word, just a sound, but somehow it pulls me backward to a place I almost got out. I thought I learned how to let go. I thought I finally moved on, but healing feels so fragile when your name proves me wrong. Your name hurts tonight more than it ever did. It breaks through all my progress like I never tried to heal. Your name hurts tonight like a scar I can't ignore. I don't cry like I used to, but it still hurts just as much as before.
I don't check your socials anymore. I don't ask how you've been. I act like you're just a memory. I don't need to visit again.
But the truth hides in the quiet when I'm left here on my own. Your name lives in my silence like it's carved into my bones. I tell myself it's getting better, the time is on my side, but some nights prove that moving on is mostly just surviving. Your name hurts tonight in a way I can't explain. It's not love, it's not anger, it's just leftover pain. Your name hurts tonight like a song I shouldn't play. I know it ends in heartbreak, but I listen anyway.
Maybe one day it'll sound different,
Just another name I once knew,
but tonight it still means everything.
and everything still means you. I don't miss the way we ended, I don't miss the tears we cried. I just miss who I was before your name changed my life.
Your name hurts
Tonight, and I wish that it wouldn't.
I've come so far without you.
But I guess I'm still human. Your name hurts tonight, and that's all I can say. Some things don't hurt forever, just more uncertain days. Tomorrow But tonight your name still knows where I've been. The room still knows your laughter, even though you're gone. Some things don't disappear, they just learn how to go on. I walk past places we once loved, like they don't remember you. But every corner whispers back all the things we used to do. Your voice still lives in small details and songs I didn't choose. I try to drown it out with silence, but silence sounds like you. I thought time would erase us like chalk washed off by rain, but all it did was leave behind the outline of the pain. Now all I hear are echoes of what we had before. Your name in every quiet space, your shadow on my door. All I hear are echoes of a love I couldn't save. I let you go, but somehow I'm still haunted by what we had. By what we had. I boxed up all our memories like that would make them small. But every time I close my eyes, I unpack them all. I tell myself you're just a chapter in a story that must end. But the truth is some chapters stay with you till the end. I tried to fill the empty nights with voices that aren't you, but no one knows my silence the way your absence do. Now all I hear are echoes in every empty room. Your laughter in the distance that fades but never moves. All I hear are echoes of the promises we made. They bounce around my heart like they're begging me to stay. Maybe love was never meant to disappear completely. Maybe it just changes form into something bittersweet. I don't reach for you anymore. I don't call your name out loud, but every part of who I am still remembers us somehow. Now all I hear are echoes of the life we almost chose, of the love that felt like home, but was never meant to grow. All I hear are echoes, and they won't let me forget that what we had was real to me, even if it's over yet. So I live with all these echoes, learning how to breathe, not holding to on to what we were, just what we meant to be, just what we meant to be.